Hello cuties, welcome to another exciting adventure of Bible story. Today we are going to learn about the story of Lot. This story teaches us about making right choices by allowing God to lead and direct us when we make those choices. So let's dive right into it.
Have you ever made a choice that seemed good, but turned out to be dangerous? Remember Lot, Abraham's nephew, faced such a choice, and it changed his life forever. But even when Lot made mistakes, God's love and mercy protected him. Let's journey back in time and discover Lot's incredible story. Lot traveled with his uncle Abram to the land of Canaan, and God blessed them so much that they had many animals and servants. But soon, the land wasn't big enough for both families. Abram, being kind, told Lot to choose where he wanted to live. Lot saw the beautiful green Jordan Valley, full of water, plants, and life, and without thinking twice, he chose the land near the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot pitched his tents near Sodom, a city full of noise, laughter, and excitement. But Sodom was also full of wickedness. People didn't follow God. Lot thought he could live there and stay safe, but danger was much closer than he realized. Years later, God saw the great sin of Sodom and Gomorrah. Remember the visitors Abraham entertained in our last story? They were headed to Sodom to destroy it. Abraham, knowing he has a nephew there, pleaded with God to not destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, but no righteous person was found in that city. God then sent 2 angels to warn Lot, "Take your family and run. The cities will be destroyed." At first, Lot hesitated, worried about leaving his home. But God's angels took his hand and led him out to safety. As the sun began to rise, Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters fled toward the mountains. The angels warned them to not look back. But Lot's wife, longing for her home, turned around and instantly became a pillar of salt. Lot escaped to a small town called Zoar. Behind him, fire and smoke rose from Sodom and Gomorrah, just as God had warned. It was a sad day, but even in the middle of destruction, God showed mercy by saving Lot and his daughters. Lot's story reminds us to choose wisely where we walk, who we follow, and what we value. God calls us to trust Him, even when the world looks tempting. And just like Lot, when we make mistakes, God's mercy can still rescue us. If you enjoyed Lot's story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more amazing Bible adventures. And remember, God's ways are always the safest path.
I hope you learned something about the story of Lot. Our choices matters, and that's why we need to seek God's face when we want to make a decision and also trust in Him for direction. Let's take our memory verse, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Thank you for watching.